live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. It's another edition here, part of hashtag Titan Week. We're on episode number 186. Shit, how the hell we made it 186 episodes? Well then, we are back here and we are live with Nette's Photography's own Jeanette. How's it going? Good evening.
How are you?
It
is a great evening. We're here. We're doing this. We're getting this started.
Yep, definitely are. Just again, it's been a long week. Again, it's part of Titan Week. We're going crazy. We're on the road here to Mount Olympus. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of great things going on.
It's the biggest event of the year.
It definitely is. Again, just figuratively and literally. So it's looking good. But before we get into all of that, before we get into the Titan talk and all that good stuff, I have to ask you. You've seen the show, so you know where I'm going with this.
Oh boy!
The name of the podcast. It's called Respect the Craft. So I want to hear for you, when you hear that term, though, the craft, what does that mean to Nette?
To me, that means a passion, something that you're so passionate to that you feel the need inside of you to perfect the craft, to perfect what you want to do. You have that fire. I like to use Billy's words sometimes. You have that fire, that passion, everything like that, to where you just want to get it done. And the craft to me is what you're passionate about.
Perfect. There you go. And here we go. We got some peeps in the chat here. We got Tina saying hello, peeps. I love this.
Hi, crazy Aunt Tina.
There's a new thing here on Restream they have for Halloween, I guess. Spooky design it. I'm loving how the comments are.
I like it. I dig it.
I hope
it stays. That's pretty cool. Hi, Jess.
Cool. And here we go. We got Jess in the chat as well. So let's go into this because I do want to talk to you because I know of your craft. Again, you're joining our crazy world of wrestling, but also I want to talk to you about your love for photography as well. So where does that begin? Before we get into wrestling, I want to talk about that love for photography. Where did that come from?
So ever since I was younger, I really have just loved taking pictures of everything. Like before cell phones had the camera, me and my family, we would always go around with those disposable cameras and we'd always do things like that. And then as it got more and more, like I like taking pictures of people mostly because it's memories. I feel like sometimes when you're out and about and you're like, oh, someone's doing something silly. Like, I want to remember this moment forever. And you take a picture. Like my friends have gotten engaged and had babies and gotten married, and just taking those photos as well is just, it warms my heart. Like I know sometimes I could be a little crazy, but it really does warm my heart because now those people have those photos for the rest of their lives. They have those memories that when they have great grandchildren, they could look back at those pictures and be like, oh, so this was your aunt and this was your sister and this is what we did that day. I remember like it was yesterday, things like that. I really do just love taking pictures, especially of people, especially of stories.
Got you. No, I love it. That's a great way to look at it, especially the memories aspect. Where I feel like that's something we don't think about. Like the other day, I was looking through old photo books, and I'm like, everything starts to come back. Like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this. That's great. But so let me ask this then. Again, I can imagine that's one thing to be like, you know what? I just like taking pictures. What was it for you that made you decide this isn't just let me get the disposables now. Let me move into the actual art of the craft of photography.
So I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yep.
When I first met Billy, Charlie, all of them, they ran Titan at my first aid squad in that field across the street.
Got you.
I had met someone that worked for them that I have the utmost respect for still to this day for even giving me the opportunity to become a wrestling photographer. So when I learned a lot from this person. This person has given me plenty of opportunities. Like I said, still to this day, I have very utmost respect for this person. I found what I call my niche or my craft, if that makes sense, where I was taking pictures of the storylines and the people that mattered to me. Like, not only are these, men and women, wrestlers, but to me, they're my family. So when I think of, taking pictures of wrestling and, you know, experimenting, going from the disposable camera to a bigger and better camera. And also the quality. The quality is so different. I mean, I would love to go on ringside of a wrestling show and take pictures with a disposable camera just to see how they would come out. But in reality, we all know that every single one of them is going to be blurry.
Yeah. Also, I feel like you unfortunately are going to lose a lot of those disposable cameras because
do they even make them anymore? I'm not even sure.
I feel like you might be able to find like at a retro store if that, but I doubt you're gonna be able to find
maybe.
Maybe you never know. But no, and I love that. Yeah. So now let's go into that. Let's go into were you a fan of wrestling before that show? If you don't mind breaking that fourth wall a little bit.
Of course. Okay. When I was younger, my dad and I would watch wrestling, you know, all the time. That was like a me and my dad thing. That was our bond. Gotcha. As I got older, you know, I'm a teenage girl. I go out with my friends to the mall and everything like that. And then, you know, Billy and Charlie had reached out to, I guess, the captain of my squad and said, hey, you know, we see this field. Can we use it, especially during COVID? And then I started rebuilding my love for professional wrestling. I mean, just watching like, and this sounds so corny, but watching like Anthony Gangone and Johnny Moran.
I've never heard of that guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Never heard of that guy before.
And Johnny Moran and even Vince Sears and, you know, Gabby Ortiz, watching them grow from that time to now is just insane to me to this day. Like watching them just start 2 years ago in a field. Now Gabby, you know, with the Monster Factory, or Anthony Gangone having the, you know, past heavyweight title for Titan and Funhouse. Watch Johnny Moran going from who he was to the heavyweight champion to the tag team champion. Like, it really is just crazy watching that. And my love for wrestling restarted back when Titan ran at the First Aid Squad in Ocean Gate.
Gotcha. I know. I can imagine, again, getting to see that evolution, getting to grow with them. Because I can imagine from that to now to the Nette you are today, the Nette we all love, know and love. It's that growth with the company as well. And getting to grow with the Titan Strong. So let's get into that though. Let's get into from that show to now. How is that hunger of yours? How has that grown with the company? Because I can imagine you get to see how they're evolving, how they're becoming. I can imagine with your photography, it's like, okay, now we got to change it up too. We got to keep making it look different.
With everything that they're doing with the product. Just the production, the product, the brand itself, it really, truly has been insane watching it grow from the way that it was from the drive-in brawl till last, you know, show Savage Intentions. I mean, we have a new canvas, we have lights, we have the smoke machine, we're on Premiere Network. Like, that is crazy to me. It's still like, it's one of those things where like you kind of feel like you're in a dream, but like, you know, you're not in a dream, but it still kind of feels like you're in a dream. And you're like, is this really happening? Because now I'm a part of this company that keeps growing, and they like, you know, I like growing with them. I really do enjoy growing with them, and just their whole product, like Titan Strong, Titan Proud. We don't say that because it's a slogan. We say it because we mean it.
Oh, my apologies.
Hi, Poppers.
We got a little guest host
Poppers.
Here. Oh. Okay. Hello.
I need some lovin's.
Okay. So no, but definitely, it's definitely more than a moniker. Getting to be around Titan, getting to be around the Titan family, it feels more than just a, hey, yeah, we're doing this show, and then everyone disperses. It's more of that actual feel. It's getting to have that growth. Like, it's awesome.
And they want you to grow. It's not like they just say, okay, we're throwing on a show, have at it. It's not like that. They, you know, talking to everybody as a fan wants you to learn, wants you to grow, wants you to do the best and be the best that you can be. And that's personally why I love Titan so much. It's always about growing together.
Definitely.
And that's another reason how I fell in love with not only wrestling but with Titan. Because there's not a lot of places like that.
Definitely. And that's one thing, again, not just because it is Titan Week.
Right.
That's something throughout the years of being in the business and getting to see multiple companies come and go, getting to see how Titan has been and how that locker room is. It definitely it's a different environment. But here we go.
I've worked a bunch of shows. Oh, hey, Ed.
Hey, we got Skills the Great in the building. What's going on, brother?
Love that guy.
Shout out to Win. Shout out to my family over at Win as well.
I've worked the Win show before too.
Hey,
love you, SP.
We got SP.
We were just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing.
And here we go. Yep, we got my sis now in the building. Yes, the star of the show. She left now. She just wanted to make her little appearance, and she's gone.
Is the star of the show.
And here we go. Titan is all about the integrity, about the business, and the people within it. It definitely is, and that's what I will give that. When you're part of that Titan family, again, it's showcased from even those scoundrels in Deadly Sins to, again, my great friend Anthony Gangone, to the man I had on last night, PJ Savage. When you're part of that Titan family, again, you see it. You see how everyone is just, again, showcasing each other, and that's the best thing.
I'm not putting anyone down or trying to bash anyone, but I've worked other locker rooms where I haven't felt the way that I feel in a Titan locker room. If that makes sense.
Oh, definitely. And again, not to bash anyone. Again, I've been in some great locker rooms as well. Shout out, like I said earlier, shout out to Win, another great. That's family right there as well. But there are some places where it just feels like, okay, I'm here for a booking. And that's it. So, and again, whoever that takes heat with, just DM me.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll keep
we can talk about it. Hey, Salim.
Hey, we got Daniel Alexander in the building there.
Oh, my guy, my brother from another mother.
Look at that. Hey, there we go. We got the chant. We love Nette.
I love you too.
I get no chant here, Daniel. Damn.
Those are my brothers, man.
No, but shout out to all of that. Again, that love, we gotta love it. So let's get into that though, because now let's circle back after that first show though, because I can imagine you jump in, you see that, you're like, I wanna take pictures of wrestling. I want to get into that. How was that transition? That's what I was gonna say. How was that transition for you though? Because it's one thing to be like, let's take a still photo and boom, to then you have moving objects coming at you.
Yeah.
So how was that for you?
So it actually took, and I'm not gonna lie, it took a year.
Okay.
It took a year for me to get the courage for myself. It took a year for me to have someone that I had there push me to my limits. So after they stopped running in Ocean Gate, they started running in Jackson. So I would go because now at this point, these guys and girls are my family at this point. So I'm going to support them at other shows and everything like that. And I get to, you're going to laugh at this. I get to Ray Kalitri and Rick Recon going against each other for the middleweight title. And I look up at the person that I was, inspired to be, like that person inspired me to be who I am today. And I said, you have another camera. Would you mind if I took some pictures from my seat? And I was so scared. I was so scared for multiple shows after that. Because I think it was Nikos Ricos had said something along the lines of, you need to sit down. I bet he made you pay for that shirt. And I was like, ooh, if I was right by that ring right now, like it kind of just like clicked in my head, like, okay, maybe this is something that I could do. Because I say this all the time, and you see it probably on all of my posts. My friends do cool things.
That's the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it too. Because again, you're seeing what they're doing, not only inside the squared circle, outside the squared circle. It's great to see. And again, just it's an awesome start. So let's get into that though. For once you're getting comfortable with that, you start with that. Just hey, like I want to try it out. You
Mhm.
fall in love with that. How was it getting to finally find your shot? Because I can imagine again
Oh my
again
goodness.
the evolution of well yeah let's eat cheese and that kind of that gimmick
Right.
to then again someone just the whirlwind of guys doing their stuff.
I can honestly tell you the last thing I remember was Charlie coming up and saying, "You can go ringside. You stay on this side, the other person will stay on their side, you know, whatever. So it's less work for the both of you." And I look at him and I'm like, "Are you sure? Are you sure you really want to do this?" And he's like, "Do you want to do this?" And I said, "Yes." He goes, "Then do it." And then they let me continue to do it from then on. And I sat in my spot and I studied these guys and girls so hard. I probably rewatched every episode of Titan aired on any type of platform 100 times to know what they're going to do, why they're doing it. I ask questions like before anything. I ask questions like, "Oh, okay, I see that you did this here. Why did you do that?" Like I try to pick their brains during intermission. I try to pick their brains before and after the show because I I love taking photos. For me, taking photos means a lot with the memories and everything like
Gotcha.
that. But for them, I do it for them. I'm not gonna lie. I do it for them. Because without this content, maybe just out of the ordinary, I take this shot of PJ with the belts and he's doing some type of something and WWE sees that. And he's like, "Oh, okay, like I want to look into this guy." Get what I'm saying? Like it's not more for me. It's enjoyable for me because nothing around me, while I'm next to that ring paying attention to what's going on in that ring, nothing else around me matters. Nothing.
Gotcha. No, definitely. Again, it's that it gets you. It again, you're getting to enjoy something you love to do, taking those photos, getting to spread more memories. But then again, you never know that one shot. Again, this weekend, getting to take those shots of both PJ holding the champ of
Mhm.
last week with the championships, and then look at that, his son holding his a canvas moment right there of
I
something.
told, and I'm going to go a little offshoot here. I told Lucas, I said, "Lucas, stand here and do your savage face. Do your savage face." And he goes, "Arr." And I was like, "I have to get this. I have to get this," because in 20 years, 30 years, when Lucas maybe has kids, he can show, like, "Look, this is your granddad and this is me. And this could be you too."
No, no, and again, that's awesome. Again, those are moments where, hey, even last night, again, thank you, PJ, for being on. That got PJ grind on here. Like it's
Mhm.
those moments where memories like that are gonna last more than even just the moment itself in time. So that's
100%.
always the
Like
best.
I've laughed with these people, I've cried with these people, I've went psycho with these people. Like this roster, and I will say it until my face is blue. This roster really is something special. This roster has seen me at my worst, and at my best. But never once have they ever put me down, talked crap. They're still there. They want to help you. They want to help you. That's
Oh,
hard.
that's awesome to hear, and that's something where, again, it's that love and genuine and that genuine care of the locker room, and again, just of the peers back there. So
Right. And
it's
they're just
awesome to hear
kick
that.
ass as it is anyway. So I mean,
Sure. And again, I talked about it last night with PJ, just the who's who of the talent back there now as well. You're looking at the roster, especially when we're about to go into it with Mount Olympus,
oh
which again,
please.
it has a stacked roster right there. Look, we'll get into the poster in a second, but let me go back to the comments here. There we go. Daniel Alexander gives me a chant now. There we go. See, there we go. I get my pop. I get my
Hashtag
little
for
pop.
the youth.
We get that. We got Tina Stated too. We got hashtag for the youth.
Yep.
Hashtag Titan Kids. Hey, we got Anthony Blackwell in the chat
Hi,
as well. What's going
Anthony.
on, brother? How's everything? Thank you for the support here. But let's get into it. Let's talk Mount Olympus.
Oh
Again, we
boy.
are less than 2 weeks away. Again, it's we're getting closer. We're getting closer again. It's starting to look insane as the announcements are coming in, the roster members getting confirmed, who's in this insane rumble. Just let's go back to that poster, because look at the top right there. A who's who when you have Monster Mac, you have Anthony Gangone, Joe Casio, the returning Jay Bougie. You got Joey Conway making his way to Titan.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm fangirling a little for him because I adore him. I do. I am so excited to just like meet him actually in person and like pick his brain a little bit. Like I am so excited.
I will warn you, Joey Conway. He's a little, I guess, misunderstood at times. So he's not the nicest, because usually he gets a bad rep. He was cool when he came on here. He was nice to me. I think we had a civil conversation. But I don't know what it is. The guys like that usually tend to agree with me sometimes. So I don't know. Maybe it's something about me. I don't know. I try to keep it cordial. Raymond? I don't know. I will not say that again.
I'm starting that now. New hashtag Heel Ray.
Hey, I'm just saying, certain people in Long Island aren't a fan of me just because of Kane Industries. So maybe that's a thing. I don't know. There we go. Hey, we got my bestie in the chat saying can't wait. Gotta love that. And look at that. You got SP saying you got the Anderson fam.
Can we please just talk about, okay, we need to talk about how SP Anderson is going to be in this Rumble. I am sorry, but I need to talk about it. It is eating me alive inside.
Let's get into it, because again, we talked about the who's who in that Rumble. And we add now former GM, good old pal, SP, which I get. It was announced his son, Flash Carter, is going to be in it. Right. It's understandable. Flash, a great competitor. He's a part of that lightweight division. But then SP decides to join the fray.
I just feel bad for him, to be honest. Because, so now here's where I'm confused, right? SP is in the Rumble, and I'm still very confused about that. I love you, SP. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to let you know I love you, brother, always. However, SP is in the Rumble with Wrecking Ball. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Right. I forgot Wrecking Ball will be, I'm not coming along.
And TJ Marconi.
Well, let's look at the who's who again in that Rumble. The size-wise. You have Theo GM Monster Mac. Yeah. He's a big MFer. You got Ken Powers confirmed for this Rumble. Another just huge
powerhouse. He's a powerhouse for a reason.
You have TJ Marconi. Good friend of mine, by the way. But still, the size of TJ Marconi.
He's a Joey Conway. Yes.
Joey Conway is a tall dude. People forget. Yeah. Joey Conway has size. And then again, the list goes on and on. SP, but the last time you were in the ring, Johnny Moran and Aaron Roxas tried to break your leg.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't know if you're 2-0 when you almost couldn't walk out of the. But again, this is all coming out of SP. I'm worried.
I'm seeing here in the comments, he says, I'm not coming alone. Are you bringing your mommy? That is all I have to say. Because, you have your son, Flash Carter in there. You really think he's going to help you, or you think he's going to toss you over and try to win? Who knows?
Well, I'm going to say, after Monday's episode, Ken Powers said they might have to have a conversation. So maybe SP has done some things good by Ken Powers. Maybe Ken will assist them in the Rumble. But again, there's so many in there that I can imagine might have not enjoyed the decisions made by our former GM. Keep doubting me. Ray, you know me better. Hashtag dope. Again, and I do know you. But again, this is coming out of me being worried as a friend. It's not me doubting you.
And this is me being worried as your sister. I'm allowed to bully you and be worried about you at the same time.
So it's one of those where I hope he surprises us all. I hope SP wins it all. Because what a sight that will be to see SP versus PJ Savage for the heavyweight title.
Oh my God.
It could happen. But it's one of those where again, just the who's who in there, the size. I don't know how this is because again, you also got Deadly Sins in there. Ben Castle making his
We
official
do.
return
Hmm.
at Mount Olympus. I also have to deal with them tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna go.
I will
I
be
might not make
praying
it
not
to
only
Mount
for them but for you, because I am definitely going to be, in the comments, got just in case I need to keep them in line a little bit.
Yeah, please do, because I'm scared for my own well being. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to Mount Olympus.
I
Again,
don't
I
know.
hope to be there because I'm one of the official podcasts of Mount Olympus. But again, when you're around Deadly Sins, I'm glad I'm not in the Rumble. Which
Oh, yeah. It's
that's
probably I'm a little honestly a little scared to be that close because you never really know what's going to happen,
let's wait. What did he say here? I can't take this negativity, Ray. I'll see you next week right here. Nette, get that camera ready, sister. It's gonna be a night to remember. Nette's photography, best in the game. There you go.
Thank
And I will be seeing you next week, SP, because SP will be coming back on Respect the Crowd. We're gonna talk about, I guess, his decision to join the Rumble as well, and hopefully, just get into the mindset of what SP's thinking. But there we go. Tina's saying have fun with that. Yeah, it's gonna be a chat. But let's get back to again. Let's get back to Nette here. Let's get your thoughts on just how stacked this Rumble is.
I would like to mention 3 things if you don't
Okay,
mind.
right away.
One of them being congratulations to the new people who have not made their Titan debut, who will be making their Titan debut here at Mount Olympus. I really enjoy seeing some of the people that I've seen at Super Craze and everything like that coming in here to, whoa, my phone went wild.
Oh, good.
Coming in here to the Rumble. I think that that's awesome. I think Devious Cass is a great human and wrestler, and
I
wouldn't say human.
wrestler. I wouldn't say he's more of a gremlin from what I remember. I've seen him a lot I've seen him a lot at Super Crazy, and he's also not the nicest because he brings this chair with him, and he threatened me with it once.
Well,
yeah.
just kick him. It's all right. He's
Okay.
a baby. Just kick him,
He is very young, which again, that's scary because
But he's
in
good.
that short amount of time,
Right.
he's also the Super Crazy heavyweight champion, right?
Correct.
So it's like I can't blame him for doing what he has to do in order to win.
But I like that he stands up for what he believes in. That's what I mean
True.
by I like him as a human. As a wrestler, he's a wrestler and he does what he needs to get done. But even as a wrestler, he stands up for what he believes in. And that's what I love about that kid. I love that no matter what, he does his hardest to stick up for what he truly believes in. Then you have KJ Thrills coming in from Super Craze as well.
I can't wait to see.
That kid cracks me up. I really.
He's another one. Again, young upstart there. I can't wait to see. Though it's funny that those two are the ones joining from Super Crazy. And again, you never know what else could happen.
Right.
But seeing the feud they've had. Again, both very young in their careers. I've gotten to see them from early days of training to now and seeing what they've done, not only in Super Crazy, but other places. And I can't wait for the Titan Nation to see what these two bring. And again, you never know. In a Rumble like this could be their breakout moments. We've seen it before. We've seen moments like this where people make their debuts, and a year later, you never know. We might be talking about. Yep.
Look at Ben Castle. He made his, Titan debut at Mount Olympus a few years ago, and look at him now. He's coming back better than ever in the Titan Rumble and Deadly Sins and everything that he's accomplished so far. I mean, like I said, Titan is a platform that we want everyone to succeed in.
Definitely so. And here we go. We got the boss man.
Oh, boss man. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
What's going on, Billy? Thank you again for joining us here. And Jess, I know Jess definitely knows KJ Thrills. Wait, I love K. We all love him. And again, I can't wait to see just again them joining the field, which again already just it's insane. And also to see the newcomers in there. To see this clash of the Titans here, getting to see the different styles, the different eras. It's going to be one where you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you're getting your tickets. Don't worry though. If you haven't already gotten your tickets and you want an opportunity to possibly win some, we're giving away 2 tonight. In 5 minutes, I'm going to be asking the question that if you know the answer, you're winning 2 free tickets to Mount Olympus. Well, we
Uh-oh.
got some more talking to do before we get to that, but stay tuned. In 5 minutes, we're going to be asking the question here. I know Nettie knows the answer because, again, we talking about the history of it, but we'll
I
be
would
getting to that in
love
5 minutes.
to talk about one thing. Damon
Yep.
Feldman is the owner of Celebrity Boxing. He will be entering the Rumble as well. So, yeah, I'm a little concerned for everyone's safety.
I know he was hosting, but now he's decided to step foot in the Rumble.
I'm pretty sure that's what I saw, and it says he's in the Rumble.
Well then,
correct me if I'm wrong, please, because I'm really bad at keeping up with all of the.
I hope someone in the chat, please let us know.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, though, again, we've seen crazier things in Rumbles.
Hold on,
there was
I'm
one
looking
year,
for it.
Drew Carey entered the Rumble one year, so you never know. Crazier things have happened in previous Rumbles of the past. So here we go. We got the boss man saying the best photographer in Titan history, Nettie the Boss Baker, #1. There you go.
Thank you. That's our little, joke that we got there. He calls me Baker from Blue Bloods.
Oh, gotcha.
And I know that I'm in need when I get Baker. Yes, boss man.
If you're not a wrestling fan, Titan will make you one. It definitely will. Again, the experiences you get, the just insanity at these shows, it's definitely going to draw something out of you that you're going to want to keep going and keep coming back. And here we go. We mentioned them and just saying in the chat, saying what there. I don't know what the reaction was to though.
I'm trying to find it. I will find it.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Again, this just the confirmations keep coming though. Like I said, on Monday, just minutes before I even spoke to him on the podcast, it was confirmed Ken Power's in there. We got so much more. So many people that are going to be joining the field that you are not going to want to miss it. So, because also think about that with the night of what Mount Olympus is going to be. This is also something we should be talking about. Earlier in the day at 1 p.m., a great veteran of the game, a man that's taught so many, Preacher is going to be hosting a seminar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was wrong. He is the host.
Okay.
He is the host.
Oh, good.
I read that wrong. My brain sometimes doesn't work. I apologize. He is the host.
Oh, okay. So that's what just saying was saying. Celebrity boxing promoter in the. See, that's the thing, though, because if he is the host, who knows? He could possibly decide I want to get in the Rumble. Who's going to stop him? Because I definitely won't be saying no to the guy because I've seen him throw a punch or two. So again, who's going to stop the host from? We've seen past celebrity hosts do it before.
100%.
There was one year The Rock decided, you know what, I'm gonna join a match. So it could happen. You never know. You never know. But back to that amazing seminar. So all good. Again, we wanted to clarify, but who knows? Maybe just saying, maybe he'll take just saying spot now, just for having to bring that up. Again, Deli Sins might not want to mix feathers with the celebrity host there. But again, at that same day, again, a great opportunity with Preacher hosting a seminar there. Talk to us about that. The opportunity here, especially if you guys haven't heard, it's going to be at 1 p.m. for the low. It's only $20. Again, a low price of $20 right there to learn from a man that's taught so many in this great business and a true, just wise mind for this business as well.
So Preacher, I've personally learned a lot from. When he did the training for Titan and when just talking to him at shows and everything like that, he has taught me a lot. Excuse me. I will tell you that this is something you don't want to miss. Preacher is a very knowledgeable man, and he will teach you and guide you in the right direction. And for $20, that's a steal because you're getting to work with Preacher, who I think he also works at the Worldwide Dojo, if I'm not mistaken. He trains everyone. I've seen him. Okay, I'm going to, go a little offshoot here, but I've seen him train people that now have been champions.
Yeah. No, it's no stranger to, again, the who's who that's been under his belt. Again, some people that you currently see on television have been taught by Preacher.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those where, again, it's an opportunity like this you do not want to miss, especially to get to pick his brain. A man that we're trying to make it work. He has a busy schedule. I'm trying to get him on here to be able to pick his brain a little bit on Respect the Craft. So it's one of those where if you're, especially again, in the area that day and you want to perfect your craft, make your craft better, if you truly respect the craft, be there that day and learn from
At the
Preacher.
Manchester Little League, 1
There you
o'clock.
go. There you go.
$20.
1 o'clock right there. So, and again, it's a low price for, especially for a seminar. That's a great price right there. But let's get to it. Before we keep going here, I did promise at 7:30. So here we go. So
All right.
your question, again, if you want to win, and Nettie, no, you cannot answer. You're going to be there, so you can't be a part of the contest. My apologies.
Okay.
But for those listening, again, to those that listen to the after, whoever answers first, the tickets are yours. So this is going to be for 2 tickets to Mount Olympus. Your question is this, because the boss man himself mentioned it. He talked about it this past week. Who are the very first 3 to win Mount Olympus?
Pick me. Pick me.
Unfortunately, again, Nettie can't answer. So maybe if you want to use her as a lifeline, if she's nice enough, maybe she'll give you a hint. But again, who are the very first 3 to win? Again, all 3 men, I'll give you this hint, have all held some gold in Titan. That's all I can say. But those 3, give me that answer, and those 2 tickets are yours to go to Mount Olympus. So there you go, everyone. But let's keep it going here. As again,
your friend is so close. So close.
Oh, let's see. It's hold on 1 sec. Let me verify. Let me make sure we're there. Oh yeah, wasn't it? Yeah,
was it Gangon too?
Gangon defended.
That's right. Duh.
So there you go.
I literally I read that wrong.
I had to check my notes.
I was like Mac Moran, and I was like, oh, that's 2 different people.
There you go. So Bestie, I'll be hitting you up later with your tickets. So there we go. We got our second winners for the week. So
I'm losing my
mind. I don't know what's happening. It's all good. You know what it is? Because we also the crazy history about that, and now we can talk about it, is because all 3 of those men have a history when it comes to Mount Olympus in general. When you think about that inaugural Mount Olympus with Monster Mac becoming not only Titan champion, but winning the whole thing. With those final 3 being involved right there. The second year with Moran being able to do it. She might need some. She might need some sleep.
I do need some sleep.
Again, this is a busy woman right here. We've been trying to make this episode happen for a while. Luckily, we were able to finally do it. So thank you for giving me some time of there should be some nap time.
Having me on here.
No problem. Fun. Now we get to this Mount Olympus. Again, this is insane when the history of it, seeing what it is, 1 year being to become champion, the inaugural champion, the second year to receive a shot night of, the third year being for the championship. The champion started the Rumble and ended as champion. This year, again, this is for glory. This is to truly be at the top of Mount Olympus here. Your thoughts on this craziness, Nettie?
Looking at the lineup, I'm scared. I'm not going to lie. Like, I am petrified. Only because it has been a long, wild ride for all of these people. Whether you're brand new to the Rumble, whether you've been in the Rumble 3 times, whether you've wrestled at Titan, whether you haven't wrestled at Titan, whether you've been a wrestler for 3 days, 3 years, 3 months, whatever you want to call it. There is a lot of heat during the Rumble. Because all of these guys have one goal. All of them have one goal, and they're all trying to fight for that goal. And like we talked about before, right? There are big men, little men, middle men, crazy men, happy men, creamy men. I don't. He's laughing because he knows who I'm talking about. You know, there's powerhouses and Dominican daredevils, and you know, there's all of these crazy people, I guess I want to call them.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those where a night like this brings it out of everyone. We're also days away from Halloween, so the spooky season's still there.
That's what I'm
saying.
So
you never know what can happen.
And I do have to say one more thing, and I'm very excited about this portion of the Rumble. Waylon Cage will be returning.
Again, another huge competitor there.
He is, for people who don't know him, haven't met him, all as I have to say is good luck, because he's going to kill you. Like, I'm not trying to be, biased, but he's gonna kill you.
It's okay. You get to be
here at Titan, and I see that he's not scared, and I know that he will get to going on what his goal is. They all have the one goal. E-Money Millie, Troy Locke, all of these guys. Wrecking Ball is huge. TJ Marconi is huge. Jeff Noyes is huge. And these little, not trying to say these are little kids, but Flash Carter, SP Anderson,
I love Andy, but Andy
Polino, have you seen what TJ has done to him?
He dresses up. He dresses very similar to Luffy. I hope he can get some Luffy powers before the Rumble. So maybe he can use some stretchy arms to save himself from eliminations. Because again, Wrecking Ball, Legursky, and TJ Marconi are both going to be possibly in the ring at the same time. It's a look at that. We have the champ in the building. Shout out to PJ Savage, who was on
PJ,
the podcast last night. See, look at that. Even PJ knows it's a possibility. It's a possibility we might have PJ Savage versus SP Anderson for the Titan heavyweight championship.
I'm gonna say this honestly. I wouldn't even want to take pictures of that, because to be completely honest, I would pay a lot of money to see that. A lot of money to see that. Whoever wants to book that now, because I would pay a lot of money to see PJ murder SP.
All I'm saying is, if that match happens, I call a commentary position for that, because I would love to call.
I call a front row seat right in front of the hard cam. Right in front of hard cam. God. I'm sitting my butt down right there, and I'm enjoying that whole thing.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Here we go. Shout out to my good friend at Everything Pro Wrestling, saying nice Halloween letters. Yeah, again, I'm loving that font. I
really do like it. I hope it. Yeah, I really do hope it stays, because it's kind of cool.
And again, just because it also slides, it looks so cool like that. I hope it stays. But here we go. We got Tina saying Titan Kids, We Are the Future. We'll also be doing a good collection at Mount Olympus.
It's supposed to say food collection.
Oh, okay. It's okay. So there you go. Okay. There we go. So that's also great to hear. Look at that. Also awesome to see. And again, a good cause right there. You always love to hear it.
So, I do want to bring up one more thing.
Yep.
If you don't mind.
No, this is why we're here. We're having.
Can we please talk about what's going to happen with Ken Powers and TKO both being in the Rumble? Because this is something that are they going to turn on? I know they're Genesis, but
I feel like, again, they have that I feel like they're too connected to want to do something like that. Again, their strength in numbers, like I said, Ken Powers talked about possibly aligning with SP, maybe TK, SP, and him can form another alliance there, maybe be the final four with Flash Carter as well. Who knows? You never know what can happen. You never know what can happen in there.
Pull up PJ's comment, because I can't.
Let's see this. Just imagine if it was in the Rumble, there's a chance to have SP. That could possibly happen.
Let's have the world's longest staring contest in a wrestling ring. Let's do it. SP, Charlie.
I heard this was a Deadly Sins just email, so I don't know if it's true. I haven't heard if Charlie has confirmed he will be in the Rumble. But if he is, again, you never know. Again, I was given a call this morning, I won't say by who, asking if I was going to be there. Maybe tomorrow we might see a graphic showing Respect the Craft has entered the Rumble. Again, I hope not. I want to I want to enjoy the festivities, but now you never know. Again, someone gave me a call this morning. They told me, "Are you going to be there?" I'm like, "Yeah." I've promoted it for weeks now, so I'm not sure. We never know what could happen now.
You really don't know, especially with the deadly sins. Like, speaking of deadly sins, when Just Saying went over to the deadly sins and turned on his partner Adam Ace, right? Adam Ace is going to be in that Rumble.
He is. He is.
And
that's an arsenal you don't want to turn on either.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, why would they do this to themselves? Like, do this. I mean, then I want to talk about like Leland's, our friend at Leland's, Mike. He will also be entering the Rumble as well.
Hey, there you go.
He's a great guy. I'm very excited to see him again. Great. We love Leland's. Leland's is the best. Go check them out on everything. They are amazing. All social media. They have a website, lelands.com. Have to give them a shout out for sure. I do want to say thank you from the bottom of my little black heart to the Titan kids for going out and flyering and going around and trying to promote, Mount Olympus and everything like that. I do have to give them a shout out to them because they go to school all day. Then they come home, they do their homework, and then they're flying for 2 or 3 hours. And then it's the same thing. Or we take a whole Saturday and we go driving around, They love it. And they keep asking to do it, which is crazy to me because when I was their age, I was like, I'm going to go take a nap now.
Yeah, like I see. I want to be unbiased toward the kids. I want to be like, that's good to hear. But then again, Ken Powers is telling me they're kind of disrespectful toward him. So I don't know.
They're only disrespectful towards him because he disrespects them first. They just don't put up with his crap, if that makes you feel any better.
Okay. Again, I'm just starting to see a trend though. A lot of people, I think yeah.
Because at Invictus, the Titan kids are sitting in the front row, and TKO went up to them and goes, "Ugh, Titan kids," and they were like, "We're not even there. Like we're here, like." Well, then. They just don't put up with their crap, and they don't like that they don't put up with their crap.
Gotcha. And here we go, PJ. I guess if PJ was a betting man, his money's on Charlie right there for the whole thing.
Oof.
That's it.
Oof.
Oh, look at this. Just saying, why are you trying to stir up trouble, Nettie? I thought we was cool. I'm just saying.
We are cool. We're cool. You know.
Well then, look at this. He says, I have no problem with Adam Ace. So I guess he doesn't. He doesn't have a. He doesn't have an issue.
Problem, but he shouldn't. Never mind. We'll talk about that another time.
Well, again, it's maybe it's a thing of because there is so many of the deadly sins. Again, I should probably be nicer with what I say about them because again, I have to be speaking to them tomorrow. Again, if you guys haven't already, come check us out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Yeah,
that's going to be interesting. So make sure you also go watch them tomorrow because they are way more interesting.
I don't know what's going to happen with that conversation because
you never know what's going to happen with them ever.
Yeah, I had to sit down with Ben Castle. It was kind of I was on the edge of my seat a lot with that conversation because I don't want to again piss them off. Now knowing I will be at Mount Olympus, so again, there's a lot of them. There's one of me. I'm kind of losing my friend with Anthony Gangone because I've seen he's also starting to go a little crazier nowadays. So I don't know if I can call on him that day to deal with deadly sins. So yeah,
I think that you could take him. You just have to hit the one nerve that they have. You have to find that one nerve, and then I think you could take them.
Again, hopefully it doesn't lead to that. I'm trying to stay cool with them tomorrow. Hopefully it ends well. Hopefully it ends well. But again, this is all because of we're on the road to Mount Olympus. I do want to ask this because again, we talked about that picture with Lucas and PJ, but moments like that for you, how is that? Getting moments like that where it's a championship victory like that, getting moments of just the amazing moments in that ring. How are those for you? Because how you said this all started with capturing memories, getting to take pictures like that. What does that mean to you?
It's emotional. It's 100% emotional. No matter who it is, I'm sorry, but no matter who it is, I am always emotional when it comes to that. I'll be the first one to admit it too. I'll be the first one to admit it. And you could ask PJ. PJ won that belt. I was crying like a baby. I was hysterical. I'm sitting up there taking pictures. I even got the cojones and jumped up on the ring skirt and started getting all up in there. And I cried like a baby because just watching those moments mean everything to me. They really, truly do. They mean everything to me. PJ has been there for me more than a lot of people would ever know. Jacko, the greatest damn showman, has been my rock for a really long time. And watching them, Daniel Alexander. Daniel Alexander's my bro. Like, we talk all the time. Like, we need to, I know this is a little offshoot, but these guys, even Ken Powers, no matter, and I said this on his podcast, I hate to love him, but I love to hate him, if that makes any sense. He can be could be a real power tool bag, but it's just moments when they win after something they've been chasing for so long. And that moment of realization, like, wow, what a crazy experience. Like I said, I love these guys. I love these guys. Guys, girls, all of them. So when they get those victories and they win or they lose, like I made a post last year, I remember saying, I will always be your biggest fan. When you win, I'll be the first one cheering for you. When you lose, I'll be the first one cheering for you. It's moments like that really, that's what it means. Tight and strong, tight and proud. That's what that means to me. And with just the emotional craziness of a family, we fight, we argue, we obviously kick each other's asses, excuse my language.
It's all good. It's all good. This is the part where it's uncensored. You get to say whatever you want.
Okay, SP. The part where you really just, you go through everything with these people. You're spending time away from your family to reach your goal. You all have a similar goal with each other. And to fight for that goal and watch you guys actually succeed with what you were going for. And being able to capture that. I say it all the time, but these guys really don't understand how much it means to me. Like, it turns my little black heart just a little bit more red. It's just, it grew, like, PJ won the belt. I cried. Like let's start with Daniel. He won the lightweight belt first, right? I was so excited. I was like, this guy, this MFer, he did it. He freaking did it. It was a moment. And that's like the type of moment where you kind of just sit there and nothing else around you is happening. Like, that there's people around you, but nothing else except what's going on in that ring matters. Like I said, Jacko, and, gonna give you a little shoot work here, but he's one of my best friends. And he really, having him win and him working his ass off to be where he is today, it's just that moment. PJ also, PJ is probably the scariest guy in the ring. And not because he's mean or he's angry and anything like that, but just him as a human. He's strong, he's built, he's ready to fight. But when he won that belt, everyone saw that moment of just awe. Like, I want to say awe. Like, you were just so, because Gangon, like, love Gangon. Love him, but because you're, But he has been winning, and just to see PJ win and beat Gangone after everything that Gangone was put through, that shit is something special.
Yeah. No, and again, and I gave him his credit yesterday. I gave him the credit of, again, that reign over close to over 400 days. It's something there. It's something. And again, I got to give PJ the credit he's due. And again, this is why now bringing Titan into this new era, seeing this Savage era, that means more than just, like you said, it's not just a moniker. It's not just a gimmick. It's something more.
Something way more. Because he's so passionate. All of these guys are so passionate. And like Daniel Alexander, for the youth. Jacko, the greatest damn showman. PJ, Savage season is here, right? Then you have Ken Powers, the Mob 5 All-American champion.
Polish
Who's
American.
Polish. Yeah.
Gotta add the Polish American.
Yeah. He
come on. Again, this is what I'm saying. You're like the kids. Give him a little bit of respect here.
I give him respect when respect is due. When he starts respecting me, we can talk about it. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Like I said, love to hate him, hate to love him. That is what it is. But he comes out and he does so good with the emotional aspect of it. And he comes out with his flag and, TKO and the Genesis flag. And he's so loyal to what he represents for that's a reason why, personally, I think he does deserve the Polish American Championship.
See, there you go. Was that so hard?
It hurt a little.
Again, it
hurt just a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay. But no, and again, it's just showing that. But again, it's that love. It's that amazing to see. It's scary to think about in such a short amount of time, 18 months. And again, the career he's had, like it's going to be insane. Oh wait, what did SP say? I thought SP left.
I'm done. I quit. Where's the tape? Gotta put it over my mouth.
I shouldn't have shown that comment. I should have prefaced that before I put it on the air, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep going here. We're gonna go back to
my brain just hurts.
We're gonna talk back to Nette talk here. I wanna again I hope you don't mind this, because I'm gonna break down from the wrestling side of things. I do want to commend you on just the journey you've been on, and again the work that you've put on, because again it's something where, again, if you're close, if you know Nette personally, you get to see just the journey she's been on and the work that she's put on to do what she's been doing. So I commend you on that, and just something I wanted to say on here, just because again it's something where it's hard work. It's not something where it's like, you know what, there's a magic pill to do it. If there was,
it's funny that you say that. So I was at a show last Saturday, maybe the Invictus show. And I was taking pictures ringside, and I had one of the wrestlers, and I'm not going to mention any names, they know who they are, standing beside me recording a match for one of their other wrestlers. And this person said, Nette, what the F? He goes, I can't do this for 5 minutes, and you do this the whole show? He goes, I don't know how you do it. And I was like, lots of caffeine, man. Lots of caffeine. That's the secret.
There you
go. Energy drink. Sponsor me.
There you go. Hey, we need to talk to Vinny Pacifico. Maybe he can get you in. I know he's very close with the energy drinks. You might need that. But no, again, I commend you on the multiple ways that you've been doing this, and just the hard work you put in, and just the inside and outside of the ring as well. So I give you that, and just it's another reason I had to have you on here to give you your flowers here. So
thank you. I always say my friends do cool things, and I mean, it could be in wrestling, it could be out of wrestling, it could be, podcasting, other photographers. Like, my friends do cool things, and without them and the support of them, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today.
Gotcha.
So I appreciate you letting me on here.
No,
today.
of course. Again, definitely had to make it happen. Finally, we were able to make it happen here. Because I that brings me to this before we start wrapping this up as well.
Sure.
Will we see Tight and Uncensored make its return eventually?
It will. It will.
Okay.
We're working on some revamping.
Okay.
I've been super, super crazy busy with my job. And I've been, thankfully, and I appreciate all of these people. I've been getting booked on more shows.
Hey, amen. That's always good.
So I've been doing a lot. So I'm trying to revamp it in a
Gotcha.
way that the uncensored could still be there, but it not be so uncensored.
Gotcha.
Because there was a while there where it got a little out of control. So we are definitely bringing it back probably within the new year.
Gotcha. No, awesome to hear. And again, I'm always down to see more media out there, especially when it's done in the more positive light instead of a lot of the wrestling media we usually see, where it's just a lot of. So definitely, it's good to hear that it's uncensored.
You'll have to come on my podcast next.
Hey, again, I'm always down. You know it. And again, any questions, I'm always down to help out as well, especially for the Titan family. So before I do let you go, make sure if you guys haven't already, please follow Nette on our Instagram right there, Nette's Photography. Make sure you're liking. All the links will be in the description down below. But make sure you like the page as well.
More because I don't know how to really upload from my computer to Instagram. I'm not going to lie. I'm still learning.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Facebook is Nette's Photography, but the Instagram is Nette's Photography. And when I can post on there, I definitely do. I just have to learn how to use it a little bit more.
All good, all good. But the link to both of those will be down in the description down below. So that way, again, you're staying up to date with all things Nette's Photography. And again, getting to see those amazing pictures. But Nette, before I do let you go, I have to end with this question here. And that is, for you, what is the end goal?
The end goal. I love this question. I really do love when people ask me this question. The end goal is, there is no end goal. There is no end goal. You just continue to learn and you continue to grow. And wherever life and opportunity takes you, it takes you. I am a firm believer in whatever happens, everything happens for a reason. Would it be freaking awesome to sit ringside at WWE, even if it's just for one show? Absolutely. Absolutely. AEW, NWA, I would love that. Just the experience. And just the equipment, I guess, if I could use that word correctly, loosely, whatever. I would love to travel. So if I want to do that, if I could do this full time, I would. I love it. I love meeting new people. I love traveling. Going to North Carolina with Titan was like my dream come true. Like that was crazy. But yeah, there's not really an end goal because I say this to these guys all the time. Wherever I go, you go, and wherever you go, I go. And that's just kind of, I will always be their number one fan. When life happens, you know what I mean? You work towards something, which I'm working towards being a better photographer, a better human being, a better, person on the Titan roster. But if I don't make it to WWE or NWA or AEW, just even one show, I'd be okay with it. Because whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And I'm just going to take life as it comes. And to travel would be amazing. Like if I could do one state every month, that would be solid. But because I'm an explorer. I like to explore. I like to try new things. I like to go on adventures. I love that. And traveling traveling full time as a wrestling photographer would be my end goal.
There you go. Again, it's one of those where it's not the, you know what I like? I like the answer though. I like there is no end to it because you don't want to see this as something where if we meet this, it's done.
Right.
It's one of those where it's everlasting. And again, it's, you know what it is too? Because we'll do the full circle moment because it'll always live on in the memories.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
See?
I love to say, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Let me capture them for you. Because what you can't say, I could say in a photo.
And it's one of those best things when you see that it's so great. So that's awesome. So Nettie, thank you again so much for joining us here.
Me.
No, anytime. And again, I can't wait to see you at Mount Olympus.
Yes.
And everyone watching, please don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you get your tickets. Be there. Be a part of the huge spectacle.
It is going to be so much fun. So much fun.
Definitely is, especially to see what's going to happen again when SP enters that Rumble. But
especially to see us in person. I mean, instead of over the internet, to see us in person and how people see how we react, that's just a show in and of itself.
This is true. And again, you never know you never know what could happen. Again, I'll steal a line from my wrestling deals, the SAT. Expect the unexpected. But till then, guys, don't forget to always be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Thank you.